What if I told you that a single hat, yes, a hat, might derail an entire blockbuster movie? Sounds ridiculous, right? But Blake Lively's now infamous oversized sun hat from Another Simple Favor has the internet in full meltdown mode. And believe it or not, that's just the beginning. Today we're diving into 10 of the most outrageous movie costumes that didn't just distract, they wrecked entire films. Before you even ask, no, this isn't just about fashion fails. This is about how one accessory, one design choice, can hijack a story, alienate an audience, and even tank a film's credibility. If you're wondering how something as harmless as a hat could generate more buzz than the plot of a mystery thriller, just wait. We've got receipts. Let's rewind to the early 2000s. Swept Away wasn't winning any Oscars to begin with, but when Madonna hit the screen with a black eye patch, not for medical reasons, not even for character depth, but because it looked cool, critics had a field day. Viewers couldn't take her seriously. Instead of following the emotional unraveling of her character, all eyes were glued to her pirate chic couture. Fashion forward? Maybe. Story killing? Absolutely. Now fast forward to Red Sparrow, where Jennifer Lawrence's costume choices sparked debates on everything from realism to exploitation. Many fans felt the wardrobe was so over the top it turned a Cold War spy thriller into what felt like a Maxim photo shoot. And if you're thinking, come on, the clothes can't be that distracting, ask yourself this. If the audience is paying more attention to a neckline than the plot twist, is the costume doing its job? But let's circle back to Blake Lively. That sun hat wasn't just a bold fashion choice, it became a cultural flashpoint. According to social listening tools, more people online talked about that hat than the actual storyline of Another Simple Favor. Seriously, more comments, more reposts, more memes. For every one person discussing the film's suspenseful twists, there were 5 dissecting the hat's villain origin story. Some called it iconic, others a disaster piece. The real problem? The conversation stopped being about the movie. You might be wondering, why does this even matter? Great question. Because in a world ruled by algorithms and first impressions, these fashion flubs don't just affect opinions, they can impact box office numbers, Rotten Tomatoes scores, and the careers of everyone involved. That's the real cost of a costume fail. Still not convinced? Let's talk about Catwoman, the Halle Berry edition. That leather catsuit might live rent-free in meme culture, but critics slammed it for looking like a Comic-Con mishap, not a serious superhero fit. The movie tried to sell grit and danger, but all anyone could talk about was the impracticality of her outfit. And no, it's not just a female-led movie problem. Remember Batman and Robin and the infamous bat nipples? Exactly. And here's where it gets personal. Maybe you've watched a movie and thought, I just couldn't get into it, something felt off. Odds are it might have been the wardrobe. Costumes are supposed to serve the story, not hijack it. But when they miss the mark, they become the story. So what makes Blake Lively's hat different? It's not just the fashion world's obsession or the meme economy's thirst for absurdity. It's that this happened before the film even premiered. Studio execs are scrambling, reshoots aren't on the table, and marketing budgets are now being diverted to change the narrative, literally, all because of a hat that no one will stop talking about. Let's pause for a moment. You might be thinking, isn't this a little overblown? Maybe. But in the era of TikTok takes and viral outrage, every detail matters. When the internet grabs hold of something, it doesn't let go easily. And in Hollywood, perception is everything. Which brings us to one last example, Emma Watson in Beauty and the Beast. The yellow dress praised in promos ended up being criticized for looking cheap under certain lighting. Was it enough to tank the film? No, but it did lead to a million think pieces, drawing attention away from Emma's performance and the film's deeper messages. And that's the point. When a costume steals the spotlight, it robs the movie of its soul. If you've ever rolled your eyes at an outfit mid-movie or felt thrown off by a bizarre design choice, you're not alone. These aren't isolated moments, they're part of a pattern. And if you found this breakdown even a little eye-opening, do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives into the untold side of Hollywood, and check out our other videos exposing the industry's biggest behind-the-scenes disasters. Because trust me, the costume drama is just beginning.